For Yolanda. As a child, I remember sitting in the salon chair with my afro, hissing through the pain as she combs through my hair. She later applies that thick white cream, making sure she gets it, especially at the roots. I can feel the chemicals burning my scalp. She rinses my hair, lathering it with shampoo and conditioner. She blow dries my hair and tells me I'm done. As I turn to the mirror, my kinky afro is gone. I run my fingers through my silky straight hair. I grew a liking to my straight hair and began to dislike my natural hair. As of now, I am constantly reminded of my roots. My roots begin to revert back to their kinky curls before I can reschedule another appointment at the salon. I do not recall what the natural texture of my hair looks like. I grow to miss my afro and curls. For a while, I stopped chemically altering my hair. As I turn to the mirror, my hair texture is not the same. The chemicals have damaged my hair, and my curl pattern is different. Like me, my mother would also chemically alter her hair. One day, my mother shaved her head to regain her natural hair. I didn't understand why, but I finally now know. She reconnected with her roots.
Greetings and welcome to Speak of the Devils, brought to you by a bunch of high school kids. I'm your host, Flynn Reardon, and joining me tonight are two special guests. You might know them from BHS Cafeteria 1, first and second lunch, or visiting classrooms in the high school. Please welcome Christina Cicolini, Department Head for Special Education, and her ever-popular companion, Scooter. Everybody in the high school loves having Scooter around. He greets us in the morning as we come in, and he's very popular hanging out at lunch. Can you tell us how Scooter being at BHS came to be?
Sure. So last year, around the fall, I had thought about and discussed with my staff about maybe having an assistance dog come into the school to work with students with social emotional needs or stress relief. And my staff seemed to really love the idea. So I pitched the idea to Dr. Conti, Mr. Sullivan, and they were intrigued and asked me to get more information. So I knew of the organization Needs, which is where we got Scooter from, and I called them, gained information, asked for an application, went through the application process. After they received my application, I went for an interview process with them, discussed my needs as a classroom educator and administrator, and what I envisioned the dog would be like at the school. And so taking that information and my application, they went forth and tried to match me with a dog that would meet my needs. In the meantime, I went back to Mr. Sullivan and Dr. Conti, and I told them that I think it's a go. I think that they're ready for us to be matched with a dog, and so they said go for it. In the meantime, Needs asked us to fundraise specific money for the dog, and so I was lucky enough to write a grant through the Burlington Education Foundation, who granted me money for us to fundraise for the dog, and they matched me with Scooter. I went to their training facility in Sterling, Mass. For 10 days to be trained with Scooter, and he came here in March of last year. So it's been about a year.
Nice. So is Scooter with you all the time, or is it just like at school?
So he is with me all the time. He comes to work with me, and then at the end of the day, he gets to come home with me. And even the people at Needs feel like he gets the best of both worlds. He's a trained working dog, so he's working all day, and then he gets to come home and be a family pet. Even though he can still do all the tasks that I need him to do, He's more of a pet at home, so gets to relax a little bit.
So, as if I can talk right, as a service dog, what is his job specifically? Does he do anything just like on his own?
So what he is specifically trained to do is to engage. And so he will, as we're walking the halls, he does seek out everybody in the hallway and will look at them to try to engage with them. He's meant to be that calming force, a distraction for students sometimes if they're thinking of where am I going, the next test that I have. He's also a comfort and a relief for others, where he'll kind of just sit and let them talk to him. And he's a good listener. I usually have him go to some of the elementary schools where we work with students on, he gets to keep their secrets, and I don't listen to the secrets, nor do I, if they have written secrets, I don't engage in those secrets, because it's meant for them to have be able to get the stress out and then give it to the dog, and the dog can walk away with that. And so I think that's his main focus, is to be engaged with kids and engage with people, and to be a stress relief and a distraction.
Yeah. So like with the secrets thing, it's kind of like he's someone to talk to that you can trust because he can't tell anyone.
Correct.
In English, yeah.
Correct. Yep.
All right. Later, we'll be taking the act outside to the studio to show and check out Scooter's skill set. But right now, it's time for a special lesson about protecting the environment.
Yeah, I know, right? What are we supposed to do with the bottle that's empty?
Let's play spin the bottle.
Nope. I know.
Hey, hombres!
Hi.
Hi!
Why are
Ricky
you...
Recycle here to tell you good job on recycling your plastics.
Okay.
When you recycle, you protect the ozone layer and keep our Earth happy and healthy.
What?
Remember, kids, always recycle, or Ricky Recycle's gonna find you. Hey, buddy! You know those plastic wrappings they put around 6-packs of soda cans?
Yeah.
You know when you don't recycle those, they could fall into the sea, and sea animals could get their heads caught in them, and they could choke and die.
Yeah.
And the same thing's gonna happen to you if you don't recycle.
Okay. I'm telling you, man, he's gonna be in one of them.
I guarantee you he won't be. Okay,
Alright,
let's.
fine.
All right. Yeah. See.
That one's fine.
All right. See.
Okay.
All right. One,
One,
two,
two,
three. And
All right.
there we go. See, he's
Great.
not in. It's work fine. Just start.
Yeah.
Putting it.
Are those number 5
Whoa!
plastics?
Whoa! Whoa! No, I'm gonna let that slide.
Hey, buddy, you don't like recycling your plastics? You like breaking the rules, huh? Well, how about I break you?
No, please! Edit that! Oh God! Ow!
Hey, girls. Recycling. Recycling. Recycling.
No recycling. I'm not even done with it, dude.
Recycling.
Just take it, man.
Recycling. Recycling.
All right, man. We need to recycle at some point. Okay. We're good. Okay. Okay. All right. Great.
You have done well, my apprentice. Remember, kids, to always recycle, or Ricky Recycle will make your life a hell on earth. And that's a promise.
Coming this fall. Welcome back. We're here with Miss Cicolini and Scooter, the BHS Wonder Dog, who's currently in a nap. Is he sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what kind of special training does Scooter have?
So Scooter is specifically bred to be a service dog. So he came from the Guiding Eyes for the Blind in New York. For whatever reason, did not pass their standards, and so they have a partnership with Needs to take their dogs, and Needs trains them. So ever since he was a puppy, he's been trained with what they call weekend puppy raisers, and also they have a partnership with the prison systems here in Massachusetts, and I think one in Connecticut, where he gets 24/7 training. So in the prisons, obviously they're getting like the basic training, but when they have what they call the weekend puppy raisers, he's exposed to other elements. So like in the city or in a supermarket, you know, places where obviously the prisoners can't have access to. So that takes roughly around 15 to 18 months. They're usually fully trained by the first year. It's just that they kind of tend to wait for those 15 to 18 months to make sure that that puppy piece of them is a little bit out, because we don't want dogs to be fully hyper when they're working with different clients.
Yeah. So, how old is Scooter?
Scooter will be 2 at the end of June. So he's
Almost 14 in dog years.
almost in 14, yeah.
All right. So, do you think Scooter has made a very big difference at BHS?
I think so. I think that the air in the high school has changed. I believe that students are actually a little bit more friendly. I think that students are more welcoming. And it also gives students that may not talk to each other something to talk about, because you'll have one student maybe patting Scooter, and another student who may not know that student because maybe they're not in the same clubs or sports or activities or whatever, come and talk to them and engage in a conversation, and it's all around Scooter. So I think it's made kids much more friendly because they have a common ground.
Yeah. He kind of provides as almost a school mascot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't really have like a giant red devil walking around the school
True.
greeting everyone.
Yeah.
So he kind of adds a little bit of a, I don't know, personality to the school stuff. So everybody loves to see Scooter snooping around the high school. Coming up next, we'll have a look at BHS tradition you didn't even know we had at BHS, the school-wide Easter egg hunt.
Attention students, the annual school-wide Easter egg hunt starts in 2 minutes.
Why did they think high schoolers would be interested in an Easter egg hunt?
And remember, the student with the most eggs wins the grand prize of free school lunches for a year.
Well, man's gotta eat.
Give it to me! Oh, fine. But I found it first! My locker! My egg! Get out! Get out! Oh! Fine!
Hey! Hey!
Oh, no. Stop. We need to get this out of here. It's plastic. We need to not let him find it. Recycle.
Who cares about recycling?
Who's he?
Don't forget to recycle, kids, 'cause I'll find you.
I think that's he.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Julia, and welcome to Burlington High School. Front lobby area. I'm here with Mrs. Cicolini and Scooter, and we're going to look at some of the skills that Scooter can do. What are some of the everyday skills that he can do?
So Scooter is trained with basic skills of sit, good boy, down, good boy, easy. He's also can, ready, Scooter, stand, sit, paw, good boy, shake, good boy. And then he also can do things like fetch. In order for him to maintain that skill of fetch, we use this little weight. Right? You love this, huh? I know you do. All right, sit. And so I can put this weight anywhere, and then I'll tell him fetch. Hold. Closer. Give. Yes, good boy. So those are some of his basic skills that he has, and then he has other specialty skills that he can do.
What are some of the special skills that he does?
So for him, he can tell his difference between his right and his left. So Scooter, right. Good boy. Good job. Scooter, turn. Good. Ready? I'll get more in front. Left. Excellent job. You're doing a good boy. All right. He can also, so if I wanted to take him to a restaurant or when I'm in the classroom sometimes I want him out of the way. And so what I would do is have him go what's called under. Higher objects. So I would want him under a table, or I would want him under a chair, so that way he's not in the way of the classroom teacher or the students within their walking area. What he can also do, he can open doors. These are some of his specialty things. So are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, stand. Let's go. Ready? Paw. And so, of course, if I needed to have access to a door, as long as it's handicap accessible, he's able to open it. As long as he's also able to turn it on and off lights. Let's go.
Okay.
So let's go turn on the lights. Right? Turn off the lights. Ready? Ready? Come on. Nudge. 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 Yes. Ready? Nudge. Ready? Ready? Nudge. Nudge. Yes. Good boy. Oops. Ready? Paw. Leave it. Ready? Paw. 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 Yeah. Paw. Paw. Yes. Out. So as you can see, he can try to turn them on. It's things that I don't work with him necessarily with every day. So therefore, the practice, he tends to lapse a little bit with the turning on piece because he would use his nose for that. Other skills, if I worked with him, he could open doors as long as they had a rope tug. He could fetch specific objects if I train him to do so. So for example, like I said before, he has the basic command of fetch. And so if I wanted him to collect tissues for somebody, let's say, I would have to make sure that the box was relatively in the same area and work on fetch, and then use the words fetch tissues, and then gradually fade out the word fetch. So that way I could say to him tissues, and he would go and get the tissues and bring them to me or to whomever I wanted him to bring it to. So he has a lot of skills, just because at the beginning when they're training all of these dogs, they don't know who they're going to be matched with. So I am fortunate enough to be able to open and close doors. I am fortunate enough to be able to turn on and off lights. And I'm fortunate enough to fetch a lot of things, but it's always fun for the kids to be able to tell him to go fetch a ball or fetch your shoes. As long as it's close by, he'll do it because he knows that it must be something close. But he doesn't have those basic words down just because I have not worked with him on that.
Thank you, Mrs. Cicolini, and back to you guys in the studio.
Impressive. We want to thank Mrs. Cicolini and Scooter for being our guest and for sharing about everything that Scooter, the service dog here, is at BHS. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Speak of the Devils.